Welcome. Today we're going to do another ad hack and we're going to piece this one apart. The reason I picked this one today is it really demonstrates how important imagery is in your ads. So let's dig into it right after this. All right, guys, so on this one, I'm gonna show you an ad that really demonstrates how you don't need that much in terms of copy if you have a great image. So let's take a look here and unpack this one. All right, let's take a look here. We always like kind of step back and let the thing just kind of hit, but I think you can see what I was saying, right? This image pretty much says it all. Like, look at this amazing hair on this, dare I say, older woman. They're definitely deliberately picked this silver gray hair, but it's so thick and healthy. And then they got kind of this wind thing and she's just living her best life. And the picture is just doing so much. And then this background's kind of interesting because they create a lot of contrast here, but it's very complementary, right? This like kind of black marbled background stuff. So the ad really works well just from an imagery standpoint. So if we only saw the name Nutrafol, this image, and then the call to action shop now, it's almost, the image is doing so much here that it's just carrying most of the whole ad. Like, we already make a brand association immediately. Nutrafol, this incredible gray hair. Clearly this works for folks that take care of their hair as they age. So let's look at the copy though. Menopause can change your hair, grow through it with Nutrafol. I particularly liked that imagery, this idea that you could grow through something. I think that's a powerful statement. They did a little trick here with the copy, right? So this technically is a little longer than what we typically want to see, but they kind of packed change your hair right here. It's 3 words, but they packed it together by changing the color of that section of text and italicizing that, right? So they applied italics, changed it. So change your hair, shop now. So they did a little trick here in the design side to manage the copy in a way that they could leverage a quick view of the ad for someone that maybe didn't read the whole statement. So now if we sort of decode this thing, we see the brand name up top, it's floating, and be mindful on this one that the brand name is not trying to take up the whole damn thing. And I think that's an important point. Like, we sometimes want our business brand name to be like this center of attention, but people aren't buying our logos and they're not buying our brand name necessarily, especially for a lot of us small business owners. You know, if you're Nike or Gucci or something like that and your brand name carries a lot of weight, great. You can do an ad that's just the Nike swoosh, which we've seen in Times Square, right? It just kind of says it all. And that one has a whole bunch of special stuff. There's a lot of studies on that, like the suggestion of someone moving, that a foot is falling forward, that there's movement. The Nike's logo has been studied time and time again for all sorts of cool reasons. So it pushes some imagery on its own as a graphic. Nutrafol doesn't seem to have a graphical element, at least not on this ad, for their branding, but they have their little name up there. But what's important about it is they let that fall back a little bit. Yes, it's standing up, but it's not banging and taking up a ton of space, because what is taking up a lot of space is this call out in the teal colored text here, change your hair, and then the shop now call to action, all resting with this incredible image. Other things I would call out in this one, you can also notice that the text on this ad is tapered down, right? There's a little bit of a drop in the text that's bringing our eye visually to the call to action and to the image. That's happening on both sides of the ad. You can see it over here, right? The text is dropping in to the call to action and then down to the image. So their layout is really good on this one. And this is a great ad to show why photography is so important in advertising, why getting the image to do the heavy lifting, getting the image to tell the story, getting the image that is going to be identifiable with your target market and your target customer is really priority 1 when you're starting to lay up these ads. You really have got to start with a great image, and then it starts getting easier to build around that, okay? So this one, there's a lot of takeaway here. Little tricks with copy and how to highlight a certain portion of the message that is actionable, right? Change your hair is a polite command. Do this action, get this result, right? Those are our basics. Get the result, take this action. If you want this, take this action, right? So it's just very overt, simple instructions to the shopper right there. And that's one of the things a lot of folks that, can miss is just keeping it simple. Want to change your hair? Shop now. This is what it looks like if you're using this product. Okay, it looks amazing. All right, so we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully you guys learned a little something from this one about picking images and what that can do in terms of the impact of the ad. A little bit of copy tricks here. Nice, clean layout. Really well done overall. Go ahead and smash the like button. Subscribe, because we're going to keep doing these. And every time we unpack one, we learn something more. So we'll see you on the next one.